Hello beautiful and welcome to Mawaheb home. Today's video I want to mix S41 and Kera soy together. Now I know I've done something like that similar with you guys a few months back, but my S41 is not handling the heat. It's currently very warm in London. We're super lucky. It's going up to 28, 29, 30 degrees and the S41 just keeps on sweating on me, even though it's very natural for the candle to sweat during hot weather, but I do want to try and minimize it as much as possible. Another thing as well, you guys, I've noticed that the more I test my S41, even though the hot throw is pretty incredible and the cold throw, the rough tops of the candles are bothering me. Even though I know it's only aesthetic and it's got nothing wrong with the candle, but again I would like to minimize these imperfections as much as I can. If I get a little bit of rough tops after the candle has been burning, then that's fine, but it has been very clumpy type of rough tops and I'd want to minimize it as much as possible. You loved last week's video or Friday's video when you were fully focused on the candles, and had I known you guys would just love to watch me watch the candle making process, I would have done this more often rather than just like have me in the center of the video. I am going to bring you closer, just bear with me a second. So the Kera soy, I actually have this and another full bag. When I conduct this burn test, if this actually works, then I might have to rebuy more Kera soy. For a very long time I've loved working with Kera soy, as you guys know, but it's a very difficult wax to wick. Now that I've been testing S41 and I've had incredible results in terms of wicking process, hot throw, cold throw, I'm just lacking in the rough tops pre and post burn, and also the sweating that I'm getting. Like, I get pretty good sweating out of it and I just want to minimize it again. So let me bring it closer and we'll go through the step-by-step process on how I'm mixing two waxes, making the candles, and just everything in between. Let's do it. Right, my lovelies, I am here, don't worry. I am going to go for two wick series in today's video, and that would be a Stabilo and the TB wick. I'm going to try to test two wicks in one candle because Kera soy tends to be difficult with wicking one wicks, and because I'm adding it to the mixture of S41, I'd want the option of a single wick and a double wick. So I've decided to go for a Stabilo 12 as my single wicking, and for two Stabilo 3 as my double wicking, and the same will go for TB. I've decided to go for the TB 8 for double wicking and TB 14 for the single wicking. Sorry, I showed you TB 14 twice. I'm going to be using these gorgeous jars from Candle Shack, and this is my candle jug. My S41 wax is on the floor. It's too heavy for me to put on the table, so I'm going to be measuring my wax on the floor, literally. I'm just gonna grab my candle, my measuring scale. I don't think I have wick stickers anymore, but luckily I bought more not long ago, which are right here. Let's see if they are the same. Oh yeah, perfect, they're the same. And by the way, the wick stickers that I use from Candle Shack are these ones here. It's the 15mm one. I'm gonna start with the Stabilo 12. I literally place my wick onto the double-sided sticker like so, and then I stand up as I usually do. Let me move this out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. When you're trying to center your wick, standing up, your eyes will naturally follow the center of the jar. Just make sure it's close enough to you. And there we go, you guys, right in the middle of my jar. And what you do next is just secure your wick at the bottom of your container. Grab your wick holder and hold the wick in place. And I'll pop that to the side. Next up, we're going to do the two Stabilo 8s, which is on the side here. Two Stabilo 3s, not 8s. I need to grab two wicks. 1, 2, And then I will literally repeat the same process, but with this, because you're adding 2 wicks, you wouldn't want to start off in the center. You just need to be off center by a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm doing. There we go. It'll literally look like this, off center. And then I haven't, if you noticed, I haven't secured the wick yet, just in case I don't like the placement of it. I literally grab my second wick and then stick it, guide myself with the second wick and place it right next to it, like so. And if I'm happy with the placement of my wicks, now I secure my wicks in place. The reason why I don't secure my wicks in place first thing, it's because if I've decided that I don't like the way the wicks are placed, I can easily remove it. But I'm pretty happy with how this looks like, which is great. And then I'll just grab my wick holder, and it's got 3 openings to it, so I can fit 3 wicks actually, and 1 and 2 wicks as well. And there we go. So I don't forget what wicks I've used. I always note things down. So my wicks are 2 times Stabilo 3s and the Stabilo 12. And I literally place the paper right next to it, so I know. I like to keep my maths really simple when I'm mixing up 2 blends of waxes. I have written my calculations on the side, which I have here, but that will confuse you. That's literally just me, everything in my mind. But my overall wax load in my candle jar is usually 204 grams, 8% fragrance load, and that comes up to 16 grams worth of fragrance oil, which will then add up to 220 grams worth of fragrance oil and wax in my 30 centiliters. So I'm going to be doing 30% of Carasoy and 70% of my S41. And for my second set of candles, I'm going to be doing 50% Carasoy and 50% S41. So my calculations, I'm gonna grab my candle jug, I'm gonna turn my scale, let me actually have it face you. I'm gonna turn my scale, grab my Carasoy wax because it's easier, and then I'm going to measure 122 grams of Carasoy wax. To add on top of that is 286 grams of S41. So I literally need to turn my scale again and then start measuring my S41. 286 grams worth of Carasoy all measured up. I have created a bit of a mess. I'll clean up this mess, I promise. So the S41 and Carasoy, you guys, have literally similar pouring temperatures and cooling temperatures and heating temperatures, so that's why I don't mind mixing these 2 waxes together. And altogether, by the way, in this candle jug right now, I've got 408 grams worth of wax. That's a blend of Carasoy and S41. I'm gonna pop my thermometer in my wax. I don't want my wax to overheat, especially with the S41, you guys. I overheated S41, and oh my god, it does not look pretty when it cools down. So I need to make sure that my S41 is not overheating, along with my Carasoy. Let's start measuring our fragrance oil while the wax is melting. I'm going to go for the gorgeous fragrance. One of my favorites fragrance from Cosy Owl is the tonka and tobacco flower. Smells absolutely incredible. Everyone loves this candle when I'm burning it, when I'm making it. I always get good reviews from this fragrance oils. And measure 32 grams worth of fragrance. 32 grams all measured up. I'll place that to the side. And I actually need some kitchen roll. My wax is almost melted, you guys. I'm gonna keep spreading the heat across the wax because I wouldn't want my wax to overheat. I'm at 47 degrees right now. I'm gonna bring over the remaining 2 jars and start wicking them, so I don't panic later that I've forgotten to wick my jars. I need to go through my candle stock, you guys, because I believe I'm missing a few things. I need to get more jars. I think I need to top up on some fragrance oils. There's also a video that I'm really excited to film that one of you beautiful people gave me an idea about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. I am wicking TB14, and then I'm gonna grab my 2 TB8s. I'm running out of TB8s, you guys, because I use it quite a lot. Running out of them. I barely have any left. Again, double check my wax. Right, let's go back to wicking my jars. Happy with the placement. I'm going to place them to the side since these are ready and my table is too small. Actually, I can move this out of the way. Back to my wax. Right, my wax is ready. I'm going to take it off the stove. Slowly. And then place it on here. Now it's a waiting game from here. So I'm at 73 degrees, so I need to note that down on my sheet of paper, just so I know that I haven't overheated my wax. My wax is at a good temperature, and so the cooling process should be easy, should be smooth. Pour my fragrance into my wax at 60 degrees, which is what I usually do between my Cosy and S41. And then by the time I mix, it'll be around 55 degrees, give or take, and pour into my candle jar. This is what I have in mind. I am back. My camera doesn't allow me to film for more than 16 minutes at a time, so I always have to keep an eye out on how long I've been literally talking your ears off, basically. Right, so I'm gonna do 204 grams of Cosy. I hope I have enough. I have more than enough, you guys. Perfect, perfect. 204 grams of Cosy all measured up. I'll turn my scale again. Okay guys, I went and grabbed a bigger measuring jug because I'm too worried of the wax dropping into the water. So I'm just gonna literally remove it and pop it into the bigger jug. I am ready to pour my fragrance in as well. I'm at 60 degrees, 59 degrees now. Grab my fragrance and pour it right in. Gonna mix for 2 minutes, guys. Right, I'm at 53 degrees. I am happy to pour into my candle containers. Can you guys see what I'm doing? It smells delightful. Next up, we need to measure our fragrance oil. So, my fragrance oil of choice today is coconut lime, and it's literally the same amount as we did in the previous batch, which is 32 degrees. I want to make sure I've turned my scale. Right, I'm at 33 degrees. I'm at 32 grams, sorry. Did I say degrees? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Finished from my measuring scale. Go back to my wax. My wax is all melted and I'm at 76 degrees. I want to remove that before it goes any higher than this. There we go. I'm ready to pour my coconut lime in. Whee! Favorite part of making candles is literally mixing the fragrance and pouring them in. Ready to pour my wax in. I'm at 55 degrees, by the way, after I've mixed for 2 minutes. It smells so good. I have moved the candles to the kitchen counter because I'm gonna put the table away that we're working on and clean up my candle mess. It's literally, I've got candle jugs everywhere. An exciting unboxing that I want to do with you today, and my sister has literally been like, please can you open this box already and film it so your subscribers can see, which I completely agree. I didn't want to film it, to be honest. I had a different vision for it, but you know what, I really want to share this with you because it's, for one, it's so exciting, for two, it's an investment and it's to do with candle making business, if you like, and I really want to take you upstairs so we can see what I'm about to show you. So let's go upstairs, shall we? Excuse the lighting in this area of my house. We don't have any natural windows, so I'm literally using normal light, and it's not the prettiest lighting either. I'm really like nervous and excited to show you this, but I just want to give you a bit of a backstory. I'm literally outside my bedroom. My bedroom is here where I film. I also film downstairs in the kitchen, but for the last year and a bit I've been going back and forth with designing my candle labels, and as you guys know, quality for me is very important. Like quality in my fragrance oil, quality in my wax, quality in my actual jar, in my wicks, in the overall burn of my candle, and of course we can't forget the details of the quality of our candle labels, how our candle labels look like. And I'm someone that, it's not that I struggle to make a decision, but you know, when you're creating something and you're being creative, you're like, oh yes, I like this, and then you kind of leave it for 2 days, and then you come back and you're like, oh, I think I could, let me fix my, I come back and then I'm like, oh, I think I could remove this. And then I ask my sister's opinion or my cousin's opinion. I'm like, what do you think about the color? What do you think about the font? What do you think about the name, etc.? And literally over the last year, I've been going back and forth with designing my labels. I'm not designing it with someone else, I'm designing it myself. I'm actually designing it on Canva. Pay £10.99 for Canva Pro, so I want to get like as much as I can out of Canva with designing my candle labels. And it's been such a frustrating experience, I have to be honest, and it's been so difficult trying to choose the color palette. I've been going back and forth with the colors and everything. I have also printed my labels just so I can see how it looks like against my jar. And you guys, when I decided to go with a company to print my labels, the company's called Fast Printing. I'll link it down below if you guys want to like have a little shop around. The company itself is actually really good. I love all the materials that they do in terms of the candle labels and stuff. But when I did print the labels and they have come to me, did I pay like £70 or I paid £70, you guys, for 25 sheets. That's about 100 labels, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And the color that I wanted is completely off. Like it's super washed out, it's grayed out. It literally looks like vomit. Sorry for the, you know, for the example, but it literally does. And I'm like, am I really going to be paying £70 or £20 or £35 every time I want to change the color, the font, and anything that I want changed? Because I do change my mind when I'm designing labels, you guys. I literally design and then I leave it for 2 days and then I come back with a fresh pair of eyes. The same thing I do with my candles. Literally, I burn test my candles, I leave so I can come back in with a fresh nose, so I can smell the throw properly. And I do the same thing when I'm designing my labels. I would give it 2 to 3 days. I come back to my design and I'm like, do I like this? I don't like this anymore. I don't like the color. And then I obviously ask my parents' opinion. My sisters are pretty creative, really good with colors, which is what I don't have. I think I struggle with colors a little bit, and kind of matching colors, and like primary colors and secondary colors. I tend to struggle a little bit with it. So my sisters are so good at that, so I get their opinions so much on color palettes. And anyway, for the last year and a half, I've literally been going back and forth with colors, fonts, what I want on my candles, what I want, taking inspirations from other labels and so on and so forth. And I'm like, I don't want to spend £70 on this like every time I want to change something, since I've been designing it for so long and changing my mind for so long. And the quality that I want, the color quality that I want, is not coming through the way I want it through sending my labels to another company to print. So I've decided to buy my own printer. Let me show you. I've decided to buy my own printer. My camera's literally dying, but this is the printer that I decided to go for. It's called the Color Laser Jet Pro 4202DW. Originally the actual printer was £300, and I was so lucky and blessed that my company that I worked with actually had a discount code for HP, so I got it for 20% discount, so I paid £279. For the last 2 months I've literally been asking the most stupidest questions to the sales associates, because I just want to make sure I have everything that I want in this printer, and that my investment and my money is going to be worthwhile and it's going to last me for a very long time. I'm so happy I bought it. I really want to unbox it with you, but I have to charge my camera because it's dying on me. So just give me 10-15 minutes until I charge my camera, and then we'll get back to this. I'm so excited, but also so nervous. I'm gonna put this in my room, by the way, because it's unfair to put it downstairs in my mom's living room. So I'm gonna keep this in my room. My sister has been so excited, and she's been wanting to see the printer for the last few days. The delivery was super fast. I literally got it next day delivery. I'm not gonna like set it up and everything with you guys, but I'll definitely like put a review after I've tried it and had my fair share of printing. And I still need to buy sticker paper, which I haven't bought yet, but I really want you guys to see this printer with me. I'm not gonna worry about all these bits. I'm just gonna pop them to the side. Just want to see the printer. Really excited. You guys, this is so exciting. I can't wait to play around with it. Literally all the wires are here, but this video will be very long if I was gonna set this up with you. But I think it looks pretty simple. It's just a few wires to plug into the sockets, and all the information I need from the printer is here. There's a setup guide. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I feel like I can just get so creative with this, and I can print as many labels as I want without having to worry about wasting so much money. And just having my own candle label printer or like a product printer at home is just great. And when I was speaking to the sales associate, she said this is the most bought printer that they have in HP, small to medium businesses. I was literally like to her, I need it to have good quality. I'm gonna get good quality paper. I just want it to give me all the quality that I'm looking for in my label, and honestly this is just incredible. £279 with my 20% discount at the company that I work with, but £310 without the discount. I'm probably gonna do a very deep review for this when I actually start playing around with it and getting more confident with it, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts, and I'll show you guys examples and everything. But this is incredible. My camera is dying again. I'm going to end today's video on this lovely note and exciting unboxing, and click that subscribe button down below, like, comment and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.